Have you ever wondered where the scars on Miles Teller's face came from? Renowned for his riveting performances and striking screen presence, unbelievably, Teller's life has been marred by a succession of daunting personal and professional trials. A devastating car accident not only left him with enduring physical and emotional wounds, but also cost him pivotal film opportunities. Teller's journey unfolds as a profound tragedy. Watch until the end of the video to learn more about the difficulties that Miles Teller had to go through. Let's get started. Miles Teller's tragedy suddenly struck during adulthood. The story begins with a road trip that Teller and a group of friends embarked upon after attending the Gathering of the Vibes, a renowned Deadhead festival in Connecticut. This festival, known for its eclectic music and vibrant community, provided the backdrop for a journey that was meant to be a celebratory return to Teller's hometown in Florida. The trip took a dark turn when the driver of their vehicle lost control. Teller recounted the harrowing details of the accident to W Magazine, describing how the car, driven by a friend, veered uncontrollably across 3 lanes of traffic before the vehicle flipped a staggering 8 times. The violent nature of the crash was not only traumatic, but also physically devastating. Teller, who was ejected from the vehicle during the chaos, found himself lying on the roadside, covered in blood. The immediate aftermath of the accident was marked by confusion and panic, with friends and bystanders frantically searching for Teller and shouting his name. The severity of Teller's injuries was considerable. The crash left him with significant scars on his face and neck, a damaged shoulder, and a broken wrist. Despite the physical trauma and the emotional strain, Teller's approach to the situation was remarkably composed. In an interview with Esquire, Teller revealed his mindset during this period. Despite the immense pain and disfigurement, he chose not to harbor resentment towards the driver. "I never blamed him," Teller stated, underscoring his decision to avoid directing blame or fostering ill will. The recovery process was arduous, involving extensive laser surgery to treat the scars on his face, a procedure that Teller described as excruciatingly painful, similar to the laser treatments used for tattoo removal. Teller's refusal to hold a grudge was a testament to his character, reflecting his desire to maintain goodwill despite the adversity he faced. However, the financial burden of the accident soon created additional complications. The mounting medical bills necessitated that Teller take legal action against his friend's insurance to recover some of the expenses. This action, while practical, introduced strain into their relationship. Teller's friend, already grappling with the guilt of the accident, found the legal proceedings unsettling. This strain was compounded by Teller's perception of his friend's response to the situation. Eventually, Teller's patience was tested, and his frustration with the situation became apparent. The emotional toll of dealing with the aftermath of the accident, combined with the financial and relational strain, led Teller to a breaking point. His sense of betrayal was palpable. The situation had reached a point where Teller felt that, despite his own efforts to move past the incident and not make his friend feel worse, he was instead being made to feel guilty and unfairly blamed. The aftermath of the accident left Teller with significant facial scars, and the medical approach to his injuries was both complex and enduring. According to Teller's account on ABC News' Popcorn with Peter Travers, his recovery involved an unusual decision by his doctors. They opted to leave 2 pieces of gravel embedded in his face, rather than remove them. The medical team determined that extracting the gravel would potentially cause additional scarring due to the extensive scar tissue that had developed. This decision, while medically sound, meant that Teller had to endure ongoing treatments to manage the visibility of his scars. He underwent repeated laser surgeries, a process he described as extremely painful. "It's on your face, and your skin starts burning," Teller recounted, illustrating the intensity of the procedure. The laser treatments, which aimed to reduce the appearance of the scars, became a significant part of his life for 3 to 4 years, reflecting the depth of his commitment to healing both physically and emotionally. Despite his perseverance through these treatments, Teller faced a new set of challenges as he pursued his acting career. As he began attending auditions, he encountered a difficult reality. His facial scars became a hurdle in his path to Hollywood. Teller shared his experiences with The Guardian, revealing that many casting directors were hesitant to consider him for roles due to his appearance. When I was first auditioning for projects, they'd say, "Miles is a good actor, but it doesn't make sense for this character to have scars," Teller explained. This feedback was a harsh reminder of how physical appearance can influence casting decisions, and it underscored the additional barriers Teller had to navigate in his quest for a successful acting career. However, not all perspectives on Teller's scars were negative. Director John Cameron Mitchell saw the potential in Teller's unique appearance. Mitchell cast Teller in the film Rabbit Hole, a role that would become a significant breakthrough for the actor. In Rabbit Hole, Teller played a character involved in a tragic accident that resulted in the death of a child, a role that demanded a deep emotional range. Mitchell's vision for the character was influenced by Teller's scars, which he believed added a layer of depth and complexity to the role. Teller recalled Mitchell's reaction with appreciation. John Cameron Mitchell was like, "I love the scarring. It tells a secret." This endorsement from a prominent director not only validated Teller's appearance, but also provided a pivotal opportunity that helped launch his career. The car accident that left Miles Teller with prominent facial scars was a significant trauma, but it was not the only life-altering event he faced in the wake of his injuries. Teller's personal life was further marked by a series of devastating losses that occurred within a short span of time, profoundly affecting his emotional state and his approach to his acting career. The accident that caused Teller's injuries happened in August when he was 20 years old. Just months later, in February, Teller celebrated his 21st birthday with a group of close friends. This milestone gathering, intended to be a joyful occasion, was overshadowed by the subsequent tragedies that would strike his circle of friends. By June, Teller experienced a profound loss when one of his friends, Nick, was killed in a motorcycle accident. Nick's death was particularly tragic. He was struck by a car that ran a stop sign and T-boned him. Teller's emotional turmoil was compounded by the experience of being at the hospital where Nick was on life support. "I was at the hospital. He was on life support. They pulled the plug the next day," Teller recounted to The Guardian. The sudden and violent nature of Nick's death was a heavy blow, and the impact on Teller was profound. The string of losses did not end with Nick. Just a month after Nick's death, Teller faced another heartbreaking loss. His close friend Bo also died in a car accident. This second tragedy was particularly poignant, as Teller had been sitting next to Bo at Nick's funeral. The reality of losing two close friends within such a short period left Teller grappling with overwhelming grief. "At my 21st birthday, 7 of my buddies are there. 5 months later, 2 of them are gone," Teller reflected, underscoring the depth of his sorrow and the rapid succession of these personal tragedies. These experiences of loss and grief had a profound impact on Teller's professional life, particularly in his breakthrough role in the film Rabbit Hole. The film, directed by John Cameron Mitchell, featured Teller in a role that resonated with his personal experiences of trauma. Teller's character in the film is involved in a tragic accident that causes the death of a child, a storyline that mirrors his own recent experiences with loss. In an interview with Esquire, Teller discussed how his real-life trauma influenced his portrayal of the character. He revealed that Mitchell directed him to draw on his own grief to inform his performance, particularly focusing on the pain of a mother who has lost her child. "I knew what it felt like to hug a mother the day she lost her son," Teller said. This directive brought Teller to a place of intense emotional discomfort as he channeled his personal grief into his acting. Despite the authenticity and depth this approach brought to his performance, Teller expressed discomfort with the idea of using acting as a form of therapy. "I didn't want to do it. I still think you shouldn't use acting as therapy," he said. The process of integrating his own trauma into his performance was deeply unsettling for Teller, highlighting the complexity of balancing personal pain with professional demands. In May 2021, Miles Teller was involved in a notable altercation in Hawaii, which garnered significant media attention. The incident, reported by TMZ, detailed a physical confrontation that took place outside a bathroom at a restaurant in West Maui. According to TMZ, the altercation involved Teller and a wedding planner, Russell Nielsen, who had previously worked on Teller's wedding to Kelly Sperry in 2019. The outlet claimed that the fight was instigated by a dispute over an unpaid $60,000 bill related to the wedding services. TMZ's report suggested that the confrontation escalated quickly, with Teller allegedly being punched in the face by Nielsen. The report highlighted that Teller, in the heat of the moment, reportedly screamed that he intended to press charges against his assailant. This version of events painted a picture of a heated dispute that culminated in physical violence. In response to these claims, Teller took to X, formerly Twitter, to address the situation directly. He confirmed that he had been assaulted but refuted the connection to any wedding-related financial disputes. "I got jumped by two guys in a bathroom," Teller wrote, clarifying that he had no prior acquaintance with the individuals involved. His statement was a clear attempt to distance himself from the TMZ narrative, emphasizing that the confrontation was unrelated to any business or financial disagreements over his wedding. The situation drew further attention when the police issued a statement to Entertainment Weekly. While the police report did not provide specific details about the underlying cause of the altercation, it confirmed that they had responded to a report of an assault involving a male victim and one responsible party. Police responded to a report of an assault that occurred at a West Maui restaurant involving a male victim and one responsible party, the statement read. No further information is available at this time. This official statement left many details of the incident unclarified, contributing to the public's curiosity and speculation. Fortunately, despite the severity of the assault, Teller's injuries were relatively minor. He sustained a black eye from the attack, but did not report any more serious physical damage. The aftermath of the incident saw Russell Nielsen facing legal repercussions. According to TMZ, Nielsen was charged with assault in connection with the altercation. The report reiterated the connection between the altercation and the alleged unpaid wedding bill, suggesting that the dispute was rooted in financial issues related to the wedding planning services provided by Nielsen's wife's company. As with many legal disputes, the court proceedings can be protracted. As of the latest updates, Teller had not yet had his day in court, and the case remained in the judicial system. The ongoing nature of the legal process meant that final resolutions and further details were still pending. Miles Teller's career, marked by notable successes such as his acclaimed role in the spectacular Now, also includes several high-profile missed opportunities that could have dramatically altered his professional trajectory. Two major roles stand out as significant losses for Teller, each reflecting a moment where he came close to career-defining parts but ultimately did not secure them. One of the most notable missed opportunities occurred after Teller's performance in Damien Chazelle's Whiplash. Teller's portrayal of a driven drummer seeking perfection garnered considerable acclaim, and Chazelle, impressed by Teller's work, promised him a role in his next project. This role was intended to be in La La Land, a musical that would eventually star Ryan Gosling in the part initially envisioned for Teller. However, this promise did not come to fruition. Teller revealed to Esquire that he was informed by his agent that Chazelle had decided to move forward without him, stating that Chazelle no longer felt Teller was the right creative fit for the film. The news came as a disappointment, and Teller's frustration was evident when he texted Chazelle, "What the hell, bro?" The exact response from Chazelle was not disclosed, but the decision meant Teller missed out on a potentially career-defining role in a film that would go on to become a critical and commercial success. Another significant missed opportunity for Teller was his aspiration to play Elvis Presley. Teller had expressed a long-standing desire to portray the iconic musician, believing he was a strong candidate for the role. In an interview with W Magazine in 2014, Teller articulated his ambition. "My main dream is to play Elvis. That's my goal. I think he and I look alike and do a lot of similar things well. I want to play young Elvis. They've never gotten that right." Teller's interest in the role was not just a passing fancy, but a deep-seated ambition to bring a new interpretation to the legendary figure. Despite his enthusiasm and the support from fans and critics, evidenced by op-eds in Esquire UK, Teller ultimately did not secure the role in Baz Luhrmann's 2022 biopic, which went to Austin Butler. Butler's performance in the film was widely praised, but Teller's loss of the role was a notable missed opportunity, reflecting how casting decisions can significantly impact an actor's career. Teller's public interest in the role and his belief that he could bring something unique to the part highlight how these missed roles were not just career setbacks, but also personal disappointments. Also this year, Miles Teller experienced a high-profile role in Top Gun, Maverick, one of the most anticipated and successful films of the year. Playing the son of Tom Cruise's iconic character, Maverick, Teller was part of a star-studded ensemble that included both veteran actors and rising stars. His involvement in the film was not only a significant career milestone, but also an opportunity to work closely with Tom Cruise, whose presence on set was described as both influential and supportive. Teller expressed his gratitude for the opportunity to work with Cruise, noting in an interview with E.T., "For him to share Top Gun with me and a lot of these other young actors, it's just been such a wild ride." Cruise, known for his dedication to his craft and his generosity towards colleagues, maintained a positive and encouraging environment on set. His camaraderie extended beyond the usual professional boundaries, including personal gestures such as giving Glenn Powell a Christmas gift, further illustrating the supportive and personable nature Cruise brought to the production. The film's production involved complex and physically demanding stunts, particularly those involving fighter jets. This aspect of the filming process was not without its challenges. Teller shared a particularly memorable anecdote about an incident that occurred after performing an action sequence in one of the planes. During an appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, Teller described how he began to feel extremely uncomfortable after the flight. "I was really hot, and I just started itching like crazy," he recounted. The physical discomfort quickly escalated, leading Teller to discover that he was covered in hives from head to toe. Concerned about his sudden and severe reaction, Teller sought medical attention. The doctor conducted tests, including drawing blood, to determine the cause of his symptoms. In addition to the hives, Teller took an oatmeal bath to alleviate the itching. When the results of the blood tests came back, the findings were surprising. Teller's blood contained traces of flame retardant, pesticides, and jet fuel. The presence of these substances was a direct consequence of the rigorous stunts and the intense environment in which the actors performed. Fortunately, Teller's condition improved and he made a full recovery. Upon returning to the set, he shared his unusual experience with Tom Cruise. Teller told Cruise about the jet fuel found in his blood, and Cruise's reaction was characteristically light-hearted and humorous. Teller recalled with a laugh, "Tom just goes, 'Yeah, I was born with it, kid.'" This exchange highlighted Cruise's blend of professional dedication and personal charm, underscoring the camaraderie that existed among the cast members. Many people are curious about Miles Teller's personal life. In 2013, during a Grammys after-party hosted by the rock band The Black Keys, Miles Teller met Keely Sperry, who will later become his wife. The event was a gathering of mutual friends, many of whom were connected to the Black Keys. Teller, already known for his burgeoning career, encountered Sperry early in the evening and was immediately struck by her presence. Despite the initial uncertainty about their interaction, Teller was determined to make a connection. Teller recounted to Vogue that his first impression of their conversation was less than promising. Nevertheless, he persisted, and his efforts paid off when he eventually persuaded Sperry to join him on the dance floor. Their chemistry quickly blossomed, leading to a successful first date just a week later. Reflecting on their meeting, Teller revealed, "After we met, I knew she was the one." This early certainty marked the beginning of a deep and enduring relationship. When it came time for Teller to propose, he chose a setting that reflected both romance and adventure. The couple was on a safari in Africa, a trip that offered both breathtaking scenery and a private, intimate environment. Teller's proposal was thoughtfully planned and executed. He led Sperry to a special tree during their safari, where he had arranged for a note to be tied to it. The note was not only a sweet gesture, but also a significant marker of their relationship, as it displayed the date they first started dating and the date of the proposal. Teller's proposal was both heartfelt and poetic. He got down on one knee and, with great emotion, shared his sentiments with Sperry. His proposal speech was deeply personal. "This was the first day that I asked you to be my girlfriend, and today was the last day you woke up as my girlfriend," as reported by People. This poignant statement encapsulated the transition from their past to their future together, marking the proposal as a significant and romantic milestone in their relationship. What do you think about the tragedies of Miles Teller? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.